Hello, everyone, and welcome to CHH Hysteria, a podcast for CHH about everything CHH. I am your host, Cole,
And I'm your co-host, Cooper.
and today we are covering a topic that everyone within CHH has been talking about. I mean, we got Wande tweeting about it, we even got Lecrae tweeting about it a little bit. There is a rapper that goes by the name of Bryson Gray, who just came out with a new song called Game Over on the 29th, where he dissed Lecrae. And this guy's got a pretty big following. I mean, he's got over 300,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, so not a small following, I would say. In his song, he said this. He said, "We don't listen to Lecrae because he's a fake Christian. I'm just keeping it 100, dog. I ain't dissing. How do you claim to be of God but support abortion?" And Cooper, what do you think about what he said in the song?
So personally, I don't mind when someone has like hot takes. Like this is definitely a hot take, because you're calling out the biggest CHH artist, in Lecrae, and I don't mind hot take songs, but my main thing is don't go throwing out random hot takes that have zero basis, because when you release your song, you are going to have your ideas are going to come under fire. That's that's a given. When you release that song, when you make it public, people are going to criticize you. But if you just throw out random hot takes that have zero basis, your credibility and just everything about you is going to crumble. Like, Bryson actually makes some okay points in the song about idolizing, but because the fact that he disses Lecrae in the song, it dashes any credibility that he has. Like sometimes he just throws out random hot takes that have zero basis. And it makes no sense why he would do this. Like, why would he just throw out random hot takes unless if he truly believes them? And like, I'm just kind of confused on why he would randomly throw out the hot take about Lecrae in the hook, nonetheless, without any basis. But he does make some good points. So I don't understand why he would about idolizing, like he says, stuff about like Cardi B, encouraging people to constantly sexualize women. And how some people, not obviously not everyone, idolizes Beyonce, or like a lot of people do, and like he makes a good point there. Like a lot of people do, and that needs to change. But the fact that he disses Lecrae in the beginning of the song dashes any credibility that he hopes to build. It makes no sense. So I'm confused on why he would do that. What do you think about it, Cole?
No, yeah, what you said is kind of actually an unpopular opinion. People are saying that this guy has no good point. I guess maybe they aren't saying that, but like what you said with the no credibility, I mean yeah, he doesn't have any credibility. But what you said with the idolizing thing, I think it's like super hypocritical of him to be calling out these people about idolizing when looking at his music and his social media in general, he's very obviously idolizing Trump, right? His whole basis of his music and his brand and everything is about how pro-Trump he is, right? He's putting Trump above Jesus. Like there is nothing in his music or in his socials that make it seem like he has Jesus over Trump, right? He's just saying, yeah, I'm Trump, like 100% all the way, which there's nothing wrong with supporting Trump. The problem comes in, and going to shout out to David Livick, this is kind of what he talked about in his video about it, which you should definitely check out after this episode, is about how he's idolizing Trump, right? And it's always a problem whenever you idolize someone. So if he was making write-in for Biden raps, you know what I'm saying? We would be having the same conversation, right? Um, and I agree with dissing or just having hot takes for no reason or with no base to it definitely ruins a lot of credibility you have and now and in the future, right? When they hear Bryson Gray, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he's that one guy that makes weird MAGA raps and disses Lecrae for no reason." You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we're gonna get a little bit into dissing within CHH in a bit, but I want to first, say this guy, and this I got this kind of idea from Ruslan. Again, another video you should definitely check out about this. We love Ruslan, 100% shout out to him. But
Yes.
he was talking about how this guy has really smart marketing techniques, which it's hard to tell if this guy's actually about it, right? It's hard to tell if this guy's actually Christian or if he's actually super Trump, or if it's just kind of a marketing thing. Because I know people in my own personal life that would support this guy 100% just because of how pro-Trump he is. You know what I mean? Um, there are some Trump supporters that are crazy about Trump to the point that anything that is pro Trump or as crazy Trump for them, they're like 100% on board, you know what I mean? So like this
Yeah,
guy, he's selling merch, he's making music, he's making money based off of Trump's fans, right? So maybe he's not even about it, but it's just a smart marketing move. Not a marketing move I agree with though. But
yeah,
it's kind of whatever. But like what you said about the basis, right? Of having no claim is about the abortion thing. It's kind of funny because I was like, man, I never thought as one like that people thought that Lecrae supported abortion because I'm a huge fan of Lecrae personally. And right when he said that, two songs came to mind. The first one being "Good, Bad, the Ugly," which was on his Anomaly album, which was the #1 album in the country, by the way. This came out in
yeah,
2014. Good, the Bad, the Ugly. One of my favorite songs on the album. The first verse is about an abortion he had when he was younger with a girlfriend that he had, and how much he deeply regrets that. Right? That is not something someone that supports abortion would say. Right? That is something someone that's against abortion would say. And if you want it even
yeah,
more clear, 2 years later in Church Close 3, on Deja Vu, he says, yeah, the world's gone crazy. People riot in the streets, killing unborn babies, right? So he's saying the world's gone crazy. People are killing unborn babies. That is so very clearly pro-life or I mean, not pro, anti-abortion, right? Um,
yeah.
like he had a long video on YouTube. Did you watch that video, by the way?
I did not.
So I watched about half of it. It was crazy. He had a 34-minute video about why he called Lecrae fake Christian, and not all of it's about it. I wouldn't suggest watching it unless if you're curious or whatever. Not worth the watch in my opinion. But pretty much he had said that he had seen Lecrae on Instagram at least 3 times going for abortion, which I think is crazy because I have never seen anything Lecrae see. Wait, I have never seen Lecrae say anything for abortion, right? I mean, he has some controversial tweets about how we should deal with abortion, but not never for abortion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But yeah, so like obviously Lecrae isn't for abortion, and then actually he tweeted out, I think yesterday, last night, yeah, last night at 5:14, there's another rapper named Tyson James, which I believe is another big MAGA rapper, which I actually didn't know was a thing until now. Um,
yeah,
Tyson James tweeted him, I'll give at Lecrae a rack, which I think is $1,000, if he posts on his Twitter, I'm pro-life. I'll wait. And then a clock emoji. And Lecrae tweets back, I'm pro-life, and then gives us Cash App, which is kind of funny. But like, I'm hoping he gives him the money. But I don't think it will happen. But it's just kind of funny,
yeah, neither.
like these people, they diss Lecrae for clout, in my opinion, right? Because
Yeah,
you see it in secular rap where people will diss Drake because he's the biggest rapper, just to diss Drake because that gets some views, right? There's so
yeah,
many people I've listened. Like, I would never have listened to this guy if it wasn't for him dissing Lecrae, right? I wouldn't even have listened to him if I didn't have this podcast. Like, I'd have been like, oh, someone dissed Lecrae, cool. That's trash. But like, I don't know.
yeah.
Dissing Lecrae, like the crew said in his videos, is such a mid 2010s thing because I thought we were kind of over it as CHH in general too, but I guess not. But did he have any other? Did he have any thoughts on anything I said? I kind of said a lot of things there.
I think you make a really good point about it being really hypocritical about him saying not to idolize anyone, and then him like him seemingly idolizing Trump. I don't want to, I don't know his mindset or anything. I don't know if he actually does it. Um, but like he seems to, um, idolize Trump, and I think, um, personally, I think it's really scary the fact that this guy has any viewers, because like someone commented. I was looking at the comments of his on the music video, and someone commented, and I quote, "Dude, for real, your music is eye-opening, and it is, and it helps people like with their walk in Christ. I've been trying to find my way back to Him ever since I found you, it's been so much easier and more clear. God sent for sure. Thank you so much." Like the fact that this guy has any power, and he's dissing all these people kind of scares me because, like,
Mm.
we're not supposed to like we're not supposed to evaluate other people's relationships with God before evaluating our own, are we not? Like, I thought this was like a pretty basic thing, but like, I don't know. It's really scary to me personally that the fact this guy has any base and any like viewer base that can like actually listens to him because he has that power over those people, and like he can pretty much say anything that he wants and potentially them believe it. That can be really really powerful and really really scary.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like this thing was a live stream, that 34-minute video I was talking about, of like a YouTube live stream, and I kind of saw the comments coming in and people asking his opinion on other artists. Like, is KB good to
Yeah,
listen to, or is Bizzle, or is NF? Like, these are actual people that are asking him his opinion of. So he's like exposing, I say in quotes, like hand quotes, these rappers
yeah,
for no reason because they're not Christian enough. Like, is literally his whole
yeah,
thing. And if you're not Christian enough, then you're a fake Christian and you must be lukewarm and you're going to hell. It's crazy.
yeah,
That's kind of like the mindset that turns people away from Christians so often, right? And like I think you should call out false teachers and all this stuff, but like this isn't a issue of calling out a false teacher. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like he's not calling out Joel Osteen or something. Like Lecrae,
yeah,
there's nothing in his music that seems to lead to being like Lecrae is a false teacher, right? I mean, he
yeah,
Restoration is a very Christian album and a very hopeful album, very scripturally based, right? Or even All Things Work Together too. Like, I don't know. And he
yeah,
has a book, Unashamed, which I recommend everyone reads. It's a great book. His testimony and all this other stuff, all his struggles with the music business, and I haven't read it. I am restored it, but I'm really hyped to, and it sounds great. Like there are
yeah,
very many things that Lecrae has put out that he's had his relationship with God so open, and it's so clear to see that like he's just like you and I, where we have a lot of struggles with our relationship, but that doesn't make him a fake Christian or a false teacher. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like if I looked at my life, man, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But yeah. So that kind of takes us to the next point of kind of what I wanted to talk about is We we just came up with our tagline this last week, which is CHH United, right? It's about how everyone in CHH is on the same team, how we're all working for the same glory, right? We're different from
yeah,
secular rap in the sense that we have the same mindset, right? We're not trying to become the biggest rapper. We're not trying to, get glory for ourselves, but rather bring glory to God, right? It looks different for every
yeah,
rapper, but that's the end goal of every media outlet, record label, and rapper, Christian rapper, right? Or
yeah,
should be at least.
yeah,
Um, and that brings me to that there is no room for dissing within CHH, right? There's no room for that beef that you see. Like, rap naturally, in the past, it has been a competitive place, a place with lots of beef, with lots of diss songs. That's what gets views, right? And that's what gets people
yeah,
going. And, like, when people were saying that Kendrick was dissing Drake, it was like so many people talking about it, so many people were watching it. That got people views, right? It always gets
yeah,
views. Um, but in my opinion, we have no room for that within CHH because we're supposed to be a unified church, right? And I think that's
yeah,
not the way to deal with beef either, right? Because obviously, a bunch of rappers or a bunch of a giant community like CHH of believers, there's going to be some disagreements and some beef at times. But it's how we
yeah,
deal with that beef, in my opinion, that's important. Which I'm going to read a little bit of Matthew 18:15 to 17, which I think kind of gets to the point of this song, right? It says, this
yeah,
is Jesus talking. If your brother sins, go and show him fault. When the two of you are alone, if he listens to you, you have regained your brother. But if he does not listen, take one or two brothers with you, so at the testimony of two or three witnesses, every matter may be established. If he refuses to listen to them, tell it to the church. If he refuses to listen to the church, treat him like a Gentile or a tax collector, right? Which that was the
yeah,
NET version, which I can almost guarantee, and maybe I'm wrong, I doubt that this guy had hit up Lecrae first and be like, I got some problems, and let's talk this out, right? About
yeah,
how I think you have sinned against me or something, right? But I don't
yeah,
think even if you go with someone, talk to them, bring two people out, I don't think the place to call them out for their sin is within a song ever.
no,
it just makes us look so disunified, which I think an important thing is like one thing that could really make CHH just such a better genre is just the unity within CHH, right? I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you think?
I think I definitely agree with the unifying thing. Like there is not any room for dissing within CHH, and it's a little bit frustrating to
Mm,
see people just like completely tarnish the image of CHH just because of something petty. Like,
mm,
and just because they cannot handle, or not necessarily they can't handle, they cannot, I don't know if they refuse to or if they just want clout or something. I don't know why, but they don't go to that person first. They choose to go to a song first and then go to the person. Where directly in the Bible, like you said, in Matthew, it says to not do that. Obviously not with the song, but it says go to that brother first, then then bring a couple other people with you, then go to the church. Like there's a process of order here. Like we gotta follow that um, if we want to truly represent CHH, we have to follow that. And it's a little bit frustrating to see that like people like this tarnish and like give CHH a really bad rap, and it's a little bit annoying and really frustrating for me personally. But
I agree. It is like kind of frustrating. You want to see. It's like just annoying to see. I agree. you know.
yeah,
Um, but it is what it is, I guess. But is there anything else you wanted to say about Tyson? Wait, I think yeah. Do you want to say anything you want to say about? I forgot the rapper's name now.
Bryson Gray.
Bryson, thank you, not Tyson. Is there anything
Yeah.
else you want to say about Bryson, his song "Game Over," Lecrae, anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, then thank you all for joining us. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow or subscribe on your podcast service and leave a review, as well as follow us on our socials at CHH Hysteria Media on Twitter and at CHH Hysteria on Instagram. And if you want to join a community of believers passionate about CHH, check out the r/CHH Discord server. The invite link will be in the description of the episode. See you guys next time.
See ya.